So, I really appreciate all these stories you're sharing today, but, most importantly, we're here to help everybody out in this industry and kind of spread the word and get people to go to wemakeevents.org, sign the letter from you, and to get it to your congressperson, get it to your senator.
The Red Alert campaign that we're doing started over in the UK a few months back, and they did an event a few weeks ago that caused the British government to really sit up and take a look. And, let's be frank, there's no festivals happening. There's no arena tours. There's no theater tours, no club tours, local music. Good luck. There's no Broadway shows. There's no Whiskey a Go-Go, no First Avenue, no Darien Lake, no SPAC. There's no casino shows. Thursday in the Square, no corporate events. The ballet's not coming through. The orchestra's not playing. And driving concerts, how's that model working out? It's hard to find somebody busking on the street. And the facts are that there's 12 million people that were full-time in the events industry, not just the concert industry, but in the events industry that are now unemployed in the U.S. 77% of the people that in the live events industry, including myself, have lost 100% of their income. 96% of the companies have cut up to 96% of their staff, including huge promoters like Live Nation and AEG. 97% of the 1099 and W-2 gig workers have lost their jobs. And we're still trying to sort out how many people have lost their health insurance in their homes. How many crews, how many stagehands, security guys, bartenders, ushers, ticket takers, the wardrobe people, the office staff, the caterers, the guy that parks the cars, the sound and light companies, the food vendors, the truck drivers, the restaurant across the street, the banquet halls, the wedding planners, the convention centers. I can go on, but I think you get the point.
I think we've got it's terrible. It is a terrible, terrible situation.
And we don't have any idea when we can return to work and what it's going to look like when we do. So in the past few months, you've seen a bunch of people advocating and getting help for restaurants, airlines. American Airlines just reached out to the government and said, hey, we're going to have to lay off 19,000 people. We need help. Think of 19,000 compared to 12 million. Help's gone out for the hotels. And so the live event industry has a wider reach and a larger economic impact than those industries do. So a group of entertainment professionals saw this happening and decided to do something about it. And on September 1st, across the USA, we've organized a similar Red Alert event. We're asking folks to light up the outside of their buildings in red from 9 o'clock until 12 a.m. Now, it doesn't have to be a venue. It doesn't have to be a sound company, a club, a theater, a music store. It can be a bank, a restaurant, an office building, a hotel, apartment building, somebody's home, the corner store, the local strip club. We don't care, whatever. Light the entrance doors, shine the lights on the building, get the employees to put a red light in their homes, have their neighbors do it. If the people listening, if they know a musician, know somebody who worked in the entertainment or event industry or was a comedian or works at a venue or works at a parking lot near a venue or, for God's sakes, play clarinet in the junior high band, get out there and do it. Show the support for these folks. And then that night, everyone needs to take photos and videos of what's happening and flood social media using the following 3 hashtags. Hashtag We Make Events, hashtag Red Alert Restart, hashtag Extend PUA. And we're doing this threefold. First off, to highlight the plight of the folks in the event industry and what's happening here in the USA. Secondly, to get support of the Congress and the Senate for the Restart Act, which was not entertainment specific, but was written with a gentleman that runs one of the largest lighting companies in the world, along with a couple of senators. So it's event industry sensitive, and it will provide businesses with paycheck protection again, especially smaller businesses, not just venues, but sound companies, lighting companies, the manufacturers. Give them paycheck protection, and also, give them protection so they can keep the lights on and the doors open at least until next March. And then that's working from the top down. And then from the bottom up, we've teamed up with Extend PUA to extend the unemployment insurance that's out there, to make sure that bump goes. It needs to go a little bit more than $300. It would be helpful, because that's really changing people's lives and really keeping them alive.
Right.
And especially, think about the numbers of people that you see in the U.S. and you see a lot of numbers being bantered about. And it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 45 million, and compare that 12 million out of that. It's impacted the event industry unbelievably. And if we start losing production companies, we start losing stagehands. If the production company isn't doing shows, they're not having their people work. And if they're not having their people work, they're not ordering equipment from manufacturers. And if the manufacturers don't have them ordering equipment, they're not ordering parts from their distributors. And if the distributors are, you see where I'm going.
Oh, absolutely know where you're going.
And it's just like clicking a domino in a giant domino circle and watching it go in so many different directions. The show doesn't happen, tonight at the Palace. The parking lot people aren't getting any business. The restaurants aren't getting any business. The bands or groups aren't staying at the hotels. The people coming into town aren't staying at the hotels. They're not helping the economic impact for the community. There's the domino going in another direction.
So these hashtags below, that's what we want people to do for social media. I've got to get to the store to buy myself a red light so I can light my house up. I know local venues around the area here in Albany and Schenectady and Troy are lighting up their buildings red on Tuesday. We've got a billboard that's going to be running on 787 and I-90 here in Albany to promote this.
Right.
So
right.
we're asking.
Union Center just got this in from my associate there in Albany. Times Union Center and the Palace are in.
Fantastic. Well, Quake, thank you so much for doing this and sitting down and having this conversation and sharing your passion, which is just absolutely contagious.